Hey folks, Crazy Climber 80 here again. And this time we're going to look at an arcade game called Fang, and this was created by Data East in 1996. And Data East wasn't around a whole lot longer after that. They ended up going bankrupt in the early 2000s. But this is a vertically scrolling shooter. It is the third part of a series. There is the first game, and that is Trail-Hyper Offence Formation. The second game is called Rohga-Armor Force, and then this is Fang. And it's not a particularly great shooter, I don't think. It's a vertically scrolling shooter. There's various power-ups, and some of them are fairly cool. It's fairly decent for the 90s animated sequence at the beginning, or during the attract mode. But the graphics of the player and the enemies are not all that impressive, I don't think, for the mid-90s. I think that they should be a whole lot better than that, and there have been a lot better shooters graphically around the time. But this was requested by YouTube user Joey Ford. And there are some kind of cool secret tricks you can pull with input of a code, and I'll show you those at the end of the video. But this is kind of cool. When you face a boss, you will get this, well, they're not showing it here, I guess, but you will get this little sensor around you showing which direction the boss is going to approach from. And sometimes the boss will fly from that, and you won't have very much time to react. Now, various ships will drop the power-ups, and the power-ups may give you a weapon upgrade. You can control your speed with a button, and there's, I think, like 3 buttons. Either 3 or 4 buttons. One button will shoot. One button will give you a limited shield. You have a shield meter at the bottom left. And when you use up the shield for temporary invincibility, it'll need to recharge. And there is also a button that lets you use a bomb. And I think you can only use it once per life. But there is a couple different modes you can play in, and one of them you need a secret code with. That weapon is cool. I was not able to acquire that weapon. You can use a barrel roll or a bomb with the C button. When the charge meter is full, I think it said. You get to choose from 4 different fighter pilots, or 4 different pilots. 2 of them are classified as fighter, and 2 of them are classified as something else, and they all have bird names like Sparrow or Crane, something like that. But yeah, there's the compass that surrounds you when you're about to face a boss, and you'll see on the arrow on the compass which direction the boss is going to come from, and they're coming from 6 o'clock. Right behind you. Yeah, now they're moving slightly to the left of there. And there he is. The first boss is a green stealth. But, yeah, I don't think the graphics are really up to mid-90s standards. I had never seen or heard of this game. But the boss will have an energy meter. And in 2 of the special modes you can play, you will be timed, and you will only face. You will be timed in having to face the boss. And in the special mode that requires a code, you will only face bosses. So the game could be a lot shorter. There are I think there was like 6 or 7 levels in this game. The levels aren't very long, and then you will get bonus points once you beat a boss, and you'll move on to the next level. But yeah, I don't really think it's that good a game, and like I said, it's the final of a series of games. There's Trail-Hyper Offence Formation, Rohga-Armor Force, and Fang. Rohga-Armor Force, I think, was not a shooter. I think it was like a side-scrolling platform game. I had never seen any of those in the arcades. This might have only been Japan, I don't know, or Japan or Europe or something. I don't know for sure. But the high score list is pretty damn high. It's like you have to get like 3 million or something to get on that list. We'll go ahead and get started here. And there you can choose between auto and chase mode. Chase mode is a little harder, and I think you are timed when you face the boss. But you have to play a harder version of the level that you would normally play in normal mode. You can choose between the different planes. You can choose between the 4 different pilots. But if you choose one of the 2 on the left, those are fighters. You can input a code while you're in the select mode screen, or select character or whatever. But we'll look at those later on. We'll go ahead and get started. You have a shield meter on the bottom left. The more you get hit, the more it goes down, and it can go down real quick. So be very careful. But fortunately, there are multiple opportunities to get your shield back. I think it will go back up on its own, very, very, very little by little, or by collecting certain icons, you can get your shield back. And there, I got more spread shot. Early on, it's not super tough, but it'll eventually reach bullet hell status. Never been super good at shooters. I like laser very much. If you hold it down, it does supply a steady stream of lasers. Not a super steady stream, but a little bit of laser here and there, but it's very effective. And I like this shot too. It's a 2-way, and then when you move left or right, there's a straight and one to the left or to the right. Now here is the boss. This is the green stealth, and he's really quite easy. He doesn't tend to surprise you much if he comes from behind or the side or from above or whatever. Quite easy to avoid his bullets. Don't try to grab a power-up when the coast isn't clear. There it says boss's HP up at the top right. It's starting to go down because I'm shooting him. Yeah, just grab the power-up when the coast is cleared. This is a regular mode, so you don't have to hurry up and beat the boss in a certain amount of time. There we go. So we need to get like at least, I think, 3.5 billion to make the high score list, and I'm only at 526,000 something. But I get some bonus points. Just got over me.
Close call, Fang. Good job.
You can continue at any time you like, but you don't keep your score. Again, this was requested by YouTube user Joey Ford. I'm not a big fan of this game. Like I said, I don't think the graphics are particularly terrific for 1996. Now I've got missiles. Missiles are kind of cool, but because they're homing and they go all over the place looking for enemies to destroy. But I like the laser, and then the two-way is kind of nice. There's another one that we'll look at later, which is really quite cool because it puts out a lot of shots. A lot of shots with each press of the button. I really did not use my shield button as much as I should have. If you play this game, remember to use your shield. And again, there's like a special weapon that you can use with an extra button, but you can only use it once per life, as far as I can tell. This is not even quite a mini boss. These guys take a lot of shots, but this two-way, I really like it. You can take them out quickly. There will sometimes be like a coin that you can shoot multiple times when it appears on screen, and you can get lots of extra points that way. I hate those blue guys. They're like air mines or something. They can be a real nuisance. Now here's the second boss. My shield isn't very high. And he's like is he a train or what is he? No, what is he? Is he a tank or, oh, he's a tank, yeah. Very fast moving tank. You can tell where his shots are going to come from because you can see the turret moving. Well, there's also shots out the rear. There's a cannon or a turret in the rear as well. Probably shouldn't have gone for that power-up just yet. Now, I'm not sure why you lose your power-up sometimes. Maybe my shield is too low, I don't know. The game doesn't really tell you. That's another reason why I'm not really crazy about this game. Oops. Continue. Like I said, you can continue, but you won't keep your score. You get to reselect a fighter and the pilot. Come on, just die already. There's the power-ups that I guess I lost. It goes up again. I do like that laser quite a bit. Yeah, and if you hold it down, like I said, you get a laser every once in a while, but it'll be really powerful. There I used the shield button. You really want to use the shield more often than that, and it'll take quite a while to recharge, and it's recharging right now. It's the second boss in Skull Fang. Like I said, there are numerous hidden tricks to do in this game, and you can get you can rearrange the way that your ship is facing, and you'll get temporary invincibility that way. You can also make it do a little loop-de-loop. You can give it a high ion shield. And with another trick, you can unlock a special mode in which you only face the bosses. But we'll look at all that later. Now we're flying over farmland. I died on this level and elected not to continue, but I put in a save state on that level and played a little bit later with invincibility on. Was not able to get on the high score list because it's very demanding. Yeah, I hate those air mines or whatever the hell they are. Now I've got a different type of shot. Shooters were still pretty popular in the mid-90s, although they were kind of second fiddle to fighters at that point. Fighting games versus fighting games like Tekken and the Street Fighter games. And I'm planning on doing, there's that coin again, that or whatever it is, that you can shoot repeatedly for multiple points. And I put in invincibility by this point. Oh, I mean after this game. Sorry, then I put in invincibility and continued from that level because I put in a save state. Hope you're enjoying your weekend. I do like this. They show the enemy destroying the earth or the city. That's really quite cool. Game over. You failed. But yeah, we'll look at snippets of the rest of the game. I left off on level 3. And again, this is the third in a series of games. The first was Vapor Trail-Hyper Offence Formation. I think that was like late 80s. And then Rohga-Armor Force was early 90s, and Fang was 1996. Where I destroyed the third boss that I almost got to the game before and died. Just want to show you like the bosses at the end of each level and maybe a little bit of the gameplay of
good job
before the boss. But some of the 90s fighting games that I was mentioning, like Tekken and the Street Fighter games, I am going to be doing a 20 from the 90s series upcoming. And those fighting games will definitely be in that series at some point or another in the 90s. I do like this weapon power-up. I can't remember what they called it. Is this the Vulcan? I don't remember, but I really like it. It's nice and wide and you shoot so often. And there's the boss. Starts out as a big ship and then becomes like a small guy, I think. And he can like fly around at different angles at you. Now this is the next level. Some of the power-ups you can pick up will make your shots wider, maybe make your ship faster, or your plane faster. And here is the next boss. They kind of recycle some of the old bosses. Kind of another reason I'm not particularly crazy about this game. And then later on there will be a giant airship that you'll need to take down. Although that's not even really the boss. I think this is a guy you already destroyed before. I think he's the last boss. It's already past 8 o'clock. Let the time go. My weekend's almost over. That sucks. Back to work tomorrow.
Okay, Skullfang, mission accomplished. Thanks to you, the Lagnalock squadron was destroyed. Central headquarters says we're clear to go home. Good job, Skullfang. See you back at the base. Congratulations. Don't worry about us. You're clear for takeoff.
Okay, well, that's the end of Skullfang. Let's see the credits. Not a particularly memorable shooter, I don't think. Definitely had seen better right around that time. Especially for the Neo Geo. Had a lot of great shooters. The 90s. Blazing Star, Polestar, they're really, really good games. Steve Miller? Is there a big old jet airliner in this game? But that is Skullfang, created by Data East in 1996, and it is the third in a series of games, and the final. Vapor Trail-Hyper Offence Formation was the first, followed by Rohga-Armor Force, and then finally Skullfang. Thank you. Produce, Data East Corporation. There are fruit and vegetables in this. Now you put in your initials. Maybe something was supposed to happen, but it didn't. I put in my initials and then it said, please wait. And I waited for about 2 minutes and nothing happened. So I just kind of gave up, and I cut the video short before that, but I don't know what was supposed to happen here. They were supposed to wait a long time for the soundtrack to cut off, and it didn't seem to happen. So instead, we're going to skip ahead and look at the tricks that I mentioned earlier. Now, this trick, you select a fighter pilot, the ones on the left, and during the game, you press up, left, or right, and then down and button 3, and you'll do a back thrust. So you turn the opposite way. You're invincible for that time. You can shoot backwards. Another trick is during the select mode, you select a fighter pilot, the ones on the left, and you press left or right, and then down and button 3, and you'll do a side thrust, and you face to the side, and you shoot to the side, and you're invincible doing that. You can only do these tricks once. Now we're going to look at, they call an air brake. You just seem to do a loop-de-loop, and you're invincible during that. To do that, you press down twice, and then the third button, button 3. Then there is a code for a high ion shield. And to do that, select a fighter pilot. One's on the left, and you press left, right, and button 3, or right, then left, and button 3. During gameplay. There's the high ion shield. And
select your fighter.
Then
the Skullfang mission is to break through the Lagnalock front line. Apprehend as
this
many
is let's see. Oh yeah, that's the high ion shield again. There's one other trick I did, and I'm trying to figure it out what it was. Oh, I think this is the special mode. Yeah, that's the boss mode. At the select screen, you hold up, and during that you press button 3 5 times and button 2 3 times during gameplay. Or during the selection screen. Sorry. But you will face only the bosses. See, you're already over the sea. And he's telling you about the boss coming. And you are timed. And lastly, we will take a look at the, what do they call it, the chase mode? We'll look at that in a little bit. But you are timed and you want to hurry up and beat the boss. If you die, the timer starts over. The boss's energy goes... yeah, I don't remember. But at any rate, there's the chase mode. You control your speed with the B button and destroy the boss within the time limit. So you have a speed button. But that was Skullfang by Data East in 1996. A vertically scrolling shooter that I think was kind of substandard. Requested by YouTube user Joey Ford. Well, this is Crazy Climber 80 saying thanks for watching. Have a good weekend, and I will catch you later with another video. Take it easy, folks. Bye-bye.